Hey, that's great for the content then. Hey, there's that mid tight end fucking buys reward, get fucked. I'm so man. Literally so mad at myself for making that trade. So stupid.
What trade for Kelsey?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, me and Brady were kind of like, what are you doing? And Carson.
And and you know what the crazy part was?
Who'd you give up again?
I'd have to go back and look. Gosh.
Jonnu Smith or something?
That might be one of my worst takes. Jonnu Smith was part of it. So we'll go ahead and start with some worst takes. Yeah, that might...
the Texans going 1-16 is probably mine.
My transaction history.
Texans going 1-16.
Where do you go to check your transaction history?
Yeah. Oh, that's probably my worst one that I've seen.
Hey, where do you go to check your transaction history? I forget. Players. Oh, I just gotta go click on Kelsey and it'll tell me. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. History. Okay, yeah, so honestly, I don't really, at the end of the day, I only lost a future first and a second off of it, and I would say I got what I planned for out of it. So I traded Jonnu Smith and Daniel Jones, who literally got hurt the next game and dropped, and I picked him right back up. And a 2025 first and second, and then 2026 first. And I ended up getting a 2025 first out of it. And although, in hindsight, I probably could have gotten by with McBride, there were some weeks where Kelsey did help me, and he would have been a lot better than Jonnu Smith was, or than Cade Otton was, or any of those other guys. Yeah. And I needed every point I needed to get into the playoffs. Every point I got. So it kind of got its job done, because good take for Fantasy Team of the Year. I said, I'm just trying to finish third and get my money back this year. I know I don't have a winner for this year. And I got my third place. I got my money back. I made my run. And did I sacrifice a little bit for it? Yeah, but that's part of it.
Day. That was a good trade.
Do what?
CeeDee Lamb career day. That was a good trade.
Do you have a first-round pick for next year?
Yeah, I got Victor's for next year. So now I'm just missed one for 2026, and I'm very confident I can get one for 2026 by the time I need one. So.
Yeah, I'm excited for football season. I know it's already happening, but the draft process and all that shit is a blast.
Yeah, especially the early season. I one of my favorite parts of I guess not my favorite part, but I guess my favorite part of the end of the year has been so far is reflecting back on the preparation for the beginning of the year. Because I remember getting my computer out and being this is gonna be the year. I'm starting the Dynasty League. We're gonna do the podcast, and I remember doing all the stuff, typing up all the schedules on my computer. I spent probably 8 hours typing every team's schedule up, and then doing all the predictions and stuff. And just thinking back to that and all the work we've put in throughout the season on it, it was a really fun year. It was a really fun year, especially from a fantasy perspective. Yeah. It was a really fun year, and it's got me really excited for next year.
I'm excited for Reed's league here too.
I'm kind of excited to come check that out and get another draft now that we've got a little bit of dynasty experience under our belts.
Yeah.
Are we doing IDP in this one?
Oh yeah.
Big time.
I'm already gonna plug in the defensive Superflex. Yeah.
Sweet. That is coming in HDP. Yeah. I just already decided that's not even going up for vote. That's just happening.
What's the buy-in you're thinking?
Also a question I had.
I was thinking 50.
Okay, sweet. I was hoping it wasn't going to be another expensive one because I want to raise HDP.
Yeah, $50 is cool with me.
Yeah, I figured for first year league.
Oh, they fumbled. They fumbled. Oh, they recovered.
Yeah.
Bitches.
But yeah, I think I want to go. I think 100 is probably what HDP is going to be this year. I would like at some point to get to 150, but I don't think doubling it in 1 year is probably just a realistic option.
Yeah.
Probably for everybody. So, probably go to 100 this year.
Dude, are we gonna put a vote on it?
Huh?
You were thinking 150.
Eventually, 100 for this year though.
Are you gonna let the league vote on it, or are you just gonna do it?
For the money, I'm gonna let the league vote.
And are we gonna start voting in
think it's
April?
gonna
Or
be
are we gonna
next
start voting in August on like rules for the season to implement?
Oh no, that's coming a week from now that we're starting the voting, which I'm kind of nervous about just because of like when you guys were talking about earlier, the inactivity that's kind of you were talking about with the trades. Just no one looks at the chat even when you add everybody in it. So that part of it is honestly going to be whatever rules get voted on there, and if they're not full enough, and if they're close, I'm just going to pull commissioner card and just make the changes that I seem fit, and I'll leave the polls up for a week or so, and if they don't get any votes, I mean, I feel like we're doing it at peak time. I'm doing a championship Sunday. Like, people are going to be sitting around watching football, probably scrolling through their phone anyways, looking at their bets. Like, you can't just pop over to Dynasty and, vote. So, if they can't, then they can deal with any rule changes.
You're pretty confident you're going to get a noter in for a teammate?
A what? For teammate? Yeah, I'm sure we'll find someone. I'm sure someone in the league is going to find someone that will want to play, that'll be interested. I feel like AB might have an idea. He kind of gave me an inclination that he might have someone earlier in the year. So I'm sure we can find someone. I tried to get Derek to join. I thought he would be a good option, but he said pass. I think it was the 75 buy-in. And that's run off a few people, honestly. I mean, that's yeah.
I don't see why.
Well, I kind of do. Like, not everyone like plays fantasy football for money or that much money in general. Like,
not gonna lie, when I heard 75, I was like, ooh, damn.
It's the most I've ever played for,
me too.
And like that's why I was real
like,
hard on about getting my fucking money back this year. It's like I don't want to be out $75 for fucking fantasy football,
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
But like, and at the same time, it can be worth it though with hitting the jackpot and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, but anyways, I guess welcome into ZBR, guys. We are back here talking some year 2023. I almost said 2024, getting too adjusted to the new year already. Some 2023 recap, some of our best takes, some of our worst takes. Probably gonna talk some fantasy stuff in there too. Maybe some favorite moments, maybe some worst moments throughout the year. I'm sure there's plenty of them. We both, all of us cheered for teams that had plenty of heartbreak this year, so there's no shortage of that. I guess let's go ahead and start real quickly with let's each hear a heartbreak moment. Like hardest. What was the hardest part of being a Vikings fan this year? That's what I'll ask.
Well, there's a lot of them this year. I mean, starting off like crap, the 1-4 start, but then gaining momentum with a win streak. Jefferson gets hurt, still going, and then Kirk's Achilles pops. But the most disappointing, I guess, heartbreak is going all the way to Minnesota and watching them lose to Chicago on Monday night.
Of all teams.
That was tough.
Chicago. Yeah. I mean, the experience was awesome, I would love to go back, but it just sucks that it ended that way. And it just like, that's the cherry on top of how the season has gone. So, yeah.
I'm sorry to laugh about it, but
I mean, it is.
After it happened though, because I saw the score of the game and I was just sitting. I was getting off work that night. And I was looking at it, and all I could see was that meme you sent in the group chat the other night, but you two both just driving back home, just, hey, Slim, I drank a fifth of vodka, dare me to drive? Fucking hating life and shit, like, why did we even come here? Like fuck everything, bro.
Not even driving.
Drive us off the ditch.
Fucking walking back to the hotel in the freezing cold.
Oh, man.
It's like,
we bought the tickets pre all injuries. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
That's the worst part. It's like getting close and all these injuries are happening. Like once Kirk happened, I was like, cool.
I mean,
I'm not going to see Kirk.
I guess if you want to look at the bright side of it, you get a high draft pick out of all this crappy season. But
they just won too many games after Kirk got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, won too many games. I mean, if they would have won one less game or lost it would have been the 6th overall pick or something.
Yeah.
So
yeah. In hindsight, they should have just never traded for Josh Dobbs and just let Jaron Hall be in there.
Mm-hmm.
And if he just never did shit, like whatever, you all got the draft pick, throw Nick Mullins in when he gets in, because ownership's gonna try to win anyways. But
yeah, no, I mean that's the Wolves, so they're gonna push for, try to be successful.
no matter
It's kind of
what,
annoying too because they're scared to just get rid of aging veterans. They're too much of fans more so than owners of a team. So it's good and bad.
You guys are like so perennially close.
It's
it's crazy.
If we could nail a quarterback and got some continuity on the defense with Brian Flores, maybe next year, we take a Texans like jump, the rookie quarterback. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'd really like Jaden Daniels.
Yeah,
I think realistically, for what we could get,
have to trade up probably with Zach's Patriots for him.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're gonna take quarterback with a defensive coach, but
Yeah, and I mean, like you and I were talking the other night, you kind of made a really good point. Like, why draft a quarterback? We have so many other needs right now.
It's like almost setting a quarterback up to fail.
Yeah, it really is. I'd have to agree with Ike, and I haven't done enough on our team and look at exactly where we ended up finishing in all the standings and all the
It would
rankings throughout the year. But
it'd be different if you guys had that surefire, okay, that's a good wide receiver. That's a so I mean you got
I feel like DeMario Douglas, he's a guaranteed pro.
I'm talking
you got to consider the offense he was on last year, and he was looking pretty good. I think on a lot of other offenses.
And your offensive line too.
One of the better rookie receivers this year.
Yeah.
You could argue top 5 rookie receivers.
I mean, okay, you got me. You could get by with subpar weapons. I'm not saying they're subpar, but not elite receivers.
As a unit, as weapons as a whole, it is subpar as a unit.
But I would say when you don't have you guys need offensive line help. I mean, you don't want a quarterback getting in there and just getting fucking killed.
We do.
That's gonna hurt his confidence.
And I think sneakily the defense might go to shit really fast because a lot of these guys aren't the flashy good players. They're guys that Bill he's they know how to do this, which is what I want them to do, and they fit good within his system. Some of these guys might not be so good without Bill Belichick as their coach.
Well, I think trading back for them is a good idea to accumulate more picks.
I'd have to agree. Just whatever we can do, accrue cap space and really start to build up within the trenches right now.
Yeah, that would probably be the play, and I think a lot of teams are gonna be calling because I don't think the Patriots are gonna take quarterback with that. I think the defensive head coach is going to want, that's my defensive player, for his first pick.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's going to work, I think.
Absolutely.
Trade back and get one of the edge rushers. Maybe one from Alabama or UCLA. There's a lot of good ones coming out in the draft, so.
Yeah. We'll talk more about the draft, I'm sure, in the future. Before we move off some Vikings pain for a bit, I just want to say I did feel a little pain for that because I predicted them 13-4 to start the year. That was one of my bad takes. That was out the window pretty damn fast.
me too.
Bad take number 1 right there for me. Moving forward, one of you guys have a good take ready? You're ready to throw out there?
I predicted the Bills' exact record.
Very nice.
And winning the division.
What was their final record?
No, I'm sorry. Actually, I take that back. I predicted their exact record, but not winning the division. So, I mean, I will take that, but 11-6. I would say, hold on. I had a better one than that.
Who'd you have winning the division?
The Jets, but I
Me
figured
too.
Rodgers would have been
Me too.
healthy,
That was, I couldn't decide if that was a bad take or not, just because
okay, here's
it was out the window 2 snaps into the season.
Here's my best one, sorry. I nailed the top 2 NFC East teams. I had the Cowboys 12-5 winning the division. They went 12-5, and the Eagles 11-6. That's how they finished. So I did not get the Giants at 9 wins, obviously, but yeah, that's other than that, a lot of wrong in my predictions here. Not good.
Yeah,
especially when it comes to the AFC South.
Let me pull up my what did I have the Bills? I had the Bills 10-7, so I was a game off. But me and you had a very similar opinion of the Bills going into the year, that they'd be erratic And they'd have some really hot moments where you're like, fuck, I do not want to play the Bills. And other times we're like, fuck it, it's just the Bills. Like,
I had the Bills 10-7.
Yeah. So we were all about the same. It's kind of a streaky team, and we were all pretty accurate with that throughout the regular season. That is certainly what they were. They've kind of shaped it up towards the end of the year, which that's certainly not what I predicted. I had them missing the playoffs, actually, because I did have the Jets being good, but obviously Aaron Rodgers going out, that didn't happen. That was the Bills was in my good takes down there. I had that with my third one, although I guess I didn't really have them in order ranked. My first one I had on here was AFC North all being above 500. I called that shit. I was like, I really think all these teams are going to be good. And they were all very good.
Yeah.
On the other side of that, though, probably my worst take of that was that the Ravens would be last in the division. And they'd be 9-8, and that is definitely not what happened.
They look like the best team in football right now.
Basically swapped them and the Bengals, and then I would have had the division exactly right.
Yeah. Good news for me. Got the Rams record right, 10-7. Falcons record right, 7-10, and that's all I got right for that. I only got one division winner right, and that's the Chiefs. That's pretty easy though. I've got a lot of bad, not a lot of good.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I had more bad than good too.
Yeah, I will say, player prediction that I nailed was I said Amon-Ra St. Brown would be a top 5 receiver by the end of the season, and he finished third in receiving yards.
That was a good take, yeah.
He's
got a serious argument for it, yeah.
Steve Smith.
Other than that, yeah, I had a Bengals versus Vikings Super Bowl prediction. I think that was my... Was yours the same, Brady? Bengals, Vikings?
No, I think that was me. I think that was me, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I know I had Bengals in there.
Did.
And I'm pretty sure I had the Vikings. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had the Vikings going. I forgot to take a picture of my playoff predictions, and I meant to do that. I got them on my computer back over.
I believe I had the Bengals playing the Niners. Yeah, it was either the Niners, Bengals, or Niners, Chiefs. I cannot exactly remember.
It was me, because I'm pretty sure I was really high on the Vikings. I thought they were going to be good because Brian Flores was coming in as defensive coordinator. I thought that was going to shape things up, and the offense, don't really got to explain that.
Right.
But yeah, that didn't pan out, and I had the Bengals in there too. A couple of my other worst takes. AFC West was kind of a mix. I kind of was right on the Chiefs. I initially said they wouldn't make the playoffs. Okay, so my exact take on the Chiefs was they're going to have a down year, and I did think Denver was going to win the division and be 13-4, so that was one of my bad takes for sure. That was one of my worst takes. But I said the Chiefs would have a down year, which they did, and they kind of, I wouldn't say snuck into the playoffs, but if any other team in their division was good, it would have been a fight. It would have been a struggle. And I said, I think even if they do, I don't know how many games they win. And right now, as we're recording this, they're down 10-6. I'm knocking on wood. So hopefully that maintains. So kind of, I said they wouldn't win the division. Said they'd have a down year. So kind of some bad takes there. Not the worst takes, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Broncos was a real bad take. I also said the Jets would win their division at 13-4. Those were my two worst division.
12-5 for the Jets.
picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad one for me too. I think one of the worst ones for me was having the Texans going 1-16.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the Texans too. You and I were so down on the
I had them
Texans.
7-10.
That's a touchdown.
You were the highest.
Yeah.
And I think another one is having the Bengals win 15
Shut the
games.
fuck up,
but
Kelsey.
no one could predict that.
No, oh my god. Do you see that? He just did the fucking heart up there. Oh my gosh. What a goober.
Yeah, he's...
Fucking Pfizer cell,
honestly,
yeah.
dude, you think they're perfect for each other. Jesus Christ, though. They're kind of both weird.
Yeah, they're both corporate sellouts. Fucking shitbag lizard people.
I'd say some of my biggest whiffs were records. First off, I had the Panthers 12-5.
Oh, man, probably the worst of them all, I'm not going to lie.
And we were all talking about, going back through and correcting. I was like, no, I'm not going to correct mine. I'm not even going to second guess. I'm just going to rock
Bryce
it.
Young's the truth.
I was like,
Oh,
we'll see. I thought their defense was going to be way better than it was. That's my bad.
Jason Kelsey is hammered.
I had the Seahawks going 14-3. They went 9-8. Eagles going 15-2. Not terrible. 11-6. Browns going 4-13. They proved me wrong. I thought they would be terrible. That defense is legit. They managed with all the quarterback
I think I was the only
injuries.
one that was right on the
Yeah, I
Browns.
had them
You
at
were.
5-12 as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, we were pretty down on that too.
Joe Flacco was successful with that team.
And sabotaged them in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Ultimate
motherfucker.
inside job.
Yeah, it was.
He was bound to do that.
He was bound to. Yeah, it was
It
bound
was
to.
bound to happen. Yeah.
It was either gonna be the craziest run of all time, or it was gonna crash and burn in the first round. It was a lot more likely to crash and burn.
Packers 3-14. Finished 9-8.
I was down the Packers too. I think I had them
was-
2-15.
I was the only one high on Green
Yes,
Bay.
you were.
What'd you have?
2-15.
Let me check. I don't think I had them win the division. I had Minnesota.
Yeah. And then lastly, Bucks 3-14. They went.
Okay, so my initial early season predictions were not good with the Packers. They were 5-12, but after week 1, after seeing them, I said on our week 2 podcast that was like hot take. Hottest take. Packers are going to win the division. Did they? No, but and I also said
remember.
Jordan Love's real deal.
Yeah, you also said another hot take. They might have found a third consecutive franchise quarterback,
Yeah, and
it's looking like they probably did.
Yep.
It was definitely
Initially, before the
Yeah,
season started, I was like, man, because I don't know Jordan Love. But after watching him actually play, like, oh shit, here we go again. So good for the next 15 fucking years.
They definitely did find the guy. He even did the traditional across the body interception in the game.
Yeah, that gave me PTSD as a Vikings fan, dude.
So Super Bowl for Green Bay coming soon.
With their cap right now, they got some things to work.
I say give them.
Hey, each of these guys are only good for one Super Bowl, though, right? Brett only got one with them, right?
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
they
next
appeared
year.
in 2.
And it was early, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I wouldn't-
96. They appeared in 2 back-to-back, I believe.
So
I wouldn't say next year. I would say year after next they might make a Super Bowl appearance. I don't necessarily think next
Well,
year.
you guys shut the fuck up. What are we talking about here? No.
I'm sorry.
Green Bay cannot make the Super Bowl.
For their odds.
I could also see it, though, because Matt LaFleur is a really good coach.
Mm-hmm.
Really good coach.
I think we were all about the same on the Lions this year, right? I had them 11-6.
I had them at 9-8.
I had them 10-7, so I was 2
Pretty
off.
close.
All fairly in the area, same
Playoff
neighborhood.
bound.
Yeah,
You know? Yeah.
at least in the hunt.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull up another bad take. We did the Packers, did the Vikings, Texans.
Yeah.
I said the Titans would be sneaky good.
Yeah, I was fighting
and
you on that one.
We're not. They were not.
I had them at 5-12. What did they finish, by the way? Did they go 5-12?
I think it was 5-12.
Can I look that up? That
Yeah,
actually-
double check that.
That
real
actually
quick.
might be one of my better takes there, because if they finished 5-12,
Um,
they might have got 6 wins.
the Titans.
Titans finished 6-11. I had them 5-12.
Me
Okay.
too, bro. We were close.
I didn't have them with a great record. I think I had them 8-9.
You can see why, because
Yeah, 8-9. Yeah, because they got a good coach.
Yeah.
I didn't. What? Okay, so sidebar. What do you guys think of Derrick Henry right now going into next year?
He's probably towards the end of his,
From like a fan perspective or dynasty perspective?
or just general, like,
Yeah.
okay.
Not fan from football / fantasy, just on the
Okay,
field
so-
fantasy.
So first
Right,
off, dynasty. If I were the owner, I would sell immediately.
Yeah,
I think it's probably the downfall,
Yeah.
and I would get the most out of him you can.
If you were to sell, it should have been last year, because I think this year proved you.
The
Um,
only caveat I would add to that is that if that is your plan, is to sell him like this coming off season, isn't his contract up?
I believe so.
I would almost wait and see where he signs, because as soon as he signs, especially that first day, people are going to overshoot his value no matter where he goes, because he's going to go to a contender, and they're going to be like, oh, fuck, Derrick Henry, and you're going to be able to sell him off name value going
Okay,
to a
It
good
needs
team.
to be contender with a good line is the thing.
Yeah.
Baltimore comes to mind, but I also think Saquon Barkley, if they manage to get him on Baltimore.
I've heard a lot of people say they really feel like he's going back to New York.
Yeah, more than likely, but God, if Baltimore could swing that.
Yeah.
Dude, oh,
If
man.
Baltimore added an elite running back, even an aging Derrick Henry next year, I think
Yeah, for a
Derrick
year,
I think he would have
for a
enough
year,
next year,
Yeah.
especially behind a good
Or
offensive
maybe
line.
Bengals want to get off Joe Mixon, who's 28. I can see that, but I think he might only have a year left on his deal, or actually might.
Who's that?
Joe Mixon.
His contract is up this year, I do believe.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
he
that would
restructured.
that would actually.
He restructured to stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So otherwise he would have got either cut or.
Yeah,
Good
because
cut,
he
yeah.
was due. He was either gonna have to go. He was either gonna take a team friendly deal or go get
Yeah.
paid. Is basically where he was at. So, good for him staying to try and get a championship.
Yeah, that's
on
loyal
that.
to your team. I like to see that.
Yeah, and they like Mixon. I think was it just a 1 year extension too.
1 or 2 at the
Yeah.
most. You know, he's 28, so that's probably about the cliff where running backs kind of like dip,
Yep.
unfortunately, unless you're a freak athlete, which is rare nowadays. I guess Raheem Mostert's still kind of doing it at 31, but it is rare.
Okay, so I've got 2 more best takes that I wrote down to share today. One of them was, and it was a semi good take. It was Chargers would suck. I didn't think they would suck as bad as they did though.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
I thought they were way overhyped going into this year. I was like, what changed? Coach still mid. Justin Herbert still unproven. Kind of. I don't know if I trust him as a QB. Keenan Allen, although Keenan Allen had a great year, I was like, he's getting older. Are we really counting on Mike Williams? I'd
like to see an offensive-minded head coach in there and see what they could do
yeah,
with that team.
I think it's going to be Vrabel, honestly.
I heard Harbaugh as well.
Harbaugh, do you think he's going to leave Michigan?
I think he's the favorite for the. If he is to leave Michigan, I think it's going to be for the Chargers.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Sunny weather team. Los Angeles, why not? You have a quarterback who's proven. Harbaugh's an offensive guy. He can get the run game going because that's kind of his thing. And they always.
And they're going to back up the truck for that.
Dude,
If the Chargers get Harbaugh, they're drafting that Michigan running back.
And he succeeds. Well, not in the first round. Maybe
No, not the first round, but I think
fourth
they draft
round,
him.
maybe, but yeah.
Because they're going to need a new one. I mean, Eckler, I don't know what's up with him, but
Yeah,
might be time to move off him.
It's very similar, maybe even more urgently than the Henry owner. I would be trying to get off Eckler.
You'd probably get like a third round pick, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I would say a 3rd round pick and then maybe like a mid starter, like a flex 3.
28-year-old running back who's injury prone. I don't know, bro.
Off name. I think he might be due. Is he in a contract year?
No, I think he's got 1 more year left.
He's got 1 more year.
Yeah.
That's
Coming back with Justin Herbert.
If he has another injury prone year, he ain't gonna be worth anything but like a 5th round pick straight up.
Yeah,
Because of his age, his injury history.
Oh, if he has another injury prone year, you're not getting anything for him.
Yeah,
if
you'd
he
be lucky. He's gonna be a cut candidate.
Yeah, you could argue the best case scenario for him right now would maybe be hang on to him and hope he has a good week 1, a good week 2, and sell high on him as fast as you can to like someone who's trying to contend that year.
Yeah, or
and
half
hope
the
you
year,
fleece him.
You know, or you can get to the trade deadline.
But do you want to risk him staying healthy all the way to the trade
But
deadline?
I don't know if teams are willing to just hit the trade at like week 2 with their rosters. They kind of want to see what their players.
So he's
are
a
up
free
to.
agent in 2024.
So
He is a free
yeah,
agent now.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought he had 1 more year left.
He'll
but I was
probably
wrong.
he'll probably leave then. I don't know where he'll go.
Yeah, unless he's going to take a crazy team friendly deal.
You think he'd go to Baltimore?
Honestly, I could kind of see that actually.
Yeah.
Although Baltimore and passing running backs, that doesn't really fit, does it? Lamar doesn't throw to his backs much, does he?
I think he would if he had someone like Eckler.
And old
I
Eckler
don't
though.
know. I could see maybe he goes to the Chiefs
I don't see
on a cheap deal.
Pacheco.
Maybe he ring chases
Mm.
as like the number 2. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a free agent this year, and I wouldn't be surprised if they are ready to move past him, especially with Pacheco kind of being their guy. It looks like.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Pacheco's still at 25, 24. Still young.
Oh yeah, he's only this is his 2nd year in the league, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, they still got another good couple years out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I might be wrong on this, but I feel like I've heard he's already said something about being willing to take team-friendly deals in the future if it means winning. But I could be totally wrong on that. I might have the wrong player.
With the way running backs are paid, I don't believe that shit. But not to say they're not getting, life-changing money, but I don't think they're going to be taking pay cuts. Already, their market's already taken quite a bit of a dip.
Yeah.
What the league values them at now, so.
Yep.
I could see them just like writing out his rookie contract and like, all right, we'll draft another one in the 7th round.
Mm-hmm.
Go play for another 2 years with a team that wants to overpay, and kind of like the Patriot way. Kind of get off like a year early. Josh Allen's a freaking freak.
Yeah. Just marching down the field here at the end of the second quarter.
Boy, would it be nice to have
Chiefs
a
up
6'5",
13-10.
6'5", 250 quarterback that can run like that and launch it further than anyone.
Mm-hmm.
He is a
he's
little...
not 250, but he's... Or 6'5", but he's 6'4". Jaden Daniels can run.
Yeah. He's more of a... Yeah, he can run. He like Josh Allen, he's not a running quarterback. He'll run when he has to. So you love that in a quarterback, not like a first read and take off.
I don't know if what I read was correct, but I think I read he averages 9.8 yards per rush attempt.
Jaden Daniels,
Yeah.
He's going to cost some capital if we're going to get him, that's for sure. I don't know if it's... the way our roster, you better be damn sure he's the guy. Because we do need some holes to fill.
Sure do, Cotton. My last good take for the year was that Dallas would be dominant as shit throughout the year and then get bounced in the first round.
That's the Dallas way.
And I remember, especially after week 1, I was like, oh, yeah, watch out, Dallas, all season long. And that's, absolutely. You had to watch out for them all year long. And then...
Can't take them serious.
Yeah, the Cowboys getting bounced in the first round.
Yeah.
I almost feel bad. Like, goddamn. Like, you don't, but, like, almost. Like, you guys are just, like, tortured. And I guess not as much as Minnesota fans, because they won 3 Super Bowls, like, in the 90s. We haven't won anything, but, man, imagine hanging on to that era like they all do. And just...
Why not? I'm going to hang on to the Patriot era.
I guess I would, too, if Vikings won.
I don't know, to me, like, they're one of the most successful franchises. Like, why wouldn't you? I mean, that's what you cheer for.
It's not necessarily the fans, but I'm more like Jerry Jones or that.
I can get Jerry Jones for sure. It's hard to like really any of the owners, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I don't really back any.
But especially Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is definitely...
That dude's a piece of shit.
Yeah. He gives, like, the warden in the longest yard vibes.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
You want to come play at my penitentiary?
James.
Blah, blah,
Don't
blah.
look at me like that. I saw you turn immediately.
That's your running back, Reed. RB1 right there.
Well, he just doesn't get a chance.
He doesn't get his chance in the red zone.
Hey, brother.
No opportunity.
Rushing,
the fucking hands, dude.
Rushing.
Look, he's pissing off the fans. Hey, he said his name. He was like, fucking James. Rewind that. He said his name, bro.
And
even the fans are fed up.
Rushing or not, you're still getting a chance with the ball.
They're emotional in the playoffs.
Bro. Well, yeah, especially against Kansas City, who's like had your number for years. Like, this is honestly the Manning.
Yeah.
Did you catch
That's
that?
a catch. Shut up.
You got that.
No, yeah.
When defensive backs do that, you know it's a catch.
I need you to trade me that dude for
95%
peanuts.
Who?
Trade me that dude for peanuts.
Which dude?
That's your guy.
Oh, that was impressive.
Which one?
Shakir.
Oh, Khalil Shakir? Yeah, not happening. Not happening.
I should never. I can't remember why I dropped
That
it.
doesn't need to be reviewed.
Yeah.
That was a catch.
I was watching him all year.
And McBride.
Yeah. Him and Justin Shorter. Was watching them both all year, for sure.
Justin who?
Justin Shorter. He was a rookie receiver, 6'4" rookie receiver for the Bills this year. He got injured. He was on IR all year.
Oh.
Yep.
That's a catch, son.
Yeah. Yeah, Khalil Shakir's not going anywhere.
Fair.
Not for a lot, anyways. I think he's got a potential wide receiver fringe wide receiver 1 upside, fantasy wise, anyways, next year.
Yeah, Gabe Davis. I think he's free agent.
Yep, he's a free agent. Probably going to try to get paid. I don't know if Buffalo's going to. I could also, but the thing is like, I could also see Buffalo paying Gabe Davis because he's a good blocker. Buffalo likes him.
He's a reliable wide receiver 3, you know?
Yeah, it really comes down to how much he's going to want to
You
get
don't really
paid.
ask much for a wide receiver 3 to catch like 50 passes in a season and like 500 yards.
Reed, your team is full of wide receiver 3s.
Yeah.
Like, you should know about wide receiver
think-
3s.
I
He
think,
was a
I
great
think the
draft
issue.
for wide
Hold
receiver
on.
threes.
I think the issue is Gabe Davis wants to be wide receiver 1.
There goes Joshy.
And I don't think he would want to be wide
Touchdown
receiver
Bills.
3 under Shakir.
Huh?
I don't think he'd want to be wide receiver 3 under Shakir. I think he thinks he's better than that. He'd probably go chase a deal somewhere else.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Gabe Davis.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think he would want to be too, because I think Shakir's better, and I don't think he'd want
And
to.
I think they're going to get shorter involved, too.
It wasn't that long
Yeah,
ago that Gabe
exactly.
Davis caught like.
'Cause I'm
4
pretty sure he was a
touchdowns
first-round pick
in a
as
playoff
well.
game.
So
Yeah,
I don't
he's
think
always
they're just
been
going to let
spotty,
him
in my
slip
mind.
away. Because he's literally a Gabe Davis like type build. Like he's tall, lanky, strong.
Josh Allen is what Jalen Hurts wishes he was.
I would say it's like Josh. I don't know about that.
I do.
Hater.
You're talking about his quarterback now. That's a different ball game.
Bro, I will die on this hill saying that he's average.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
You were talking about drafting him like with your first pick.
Yeah, after a really good season, yeah, I would have been all over that. But after a 1-year wonder, you kind of worry about like, man.
So he was a faller for you,
yeah,
big time this year. Okay.
yeah,
We should at some point
yeah.
do a
risers and fallers.
rise.
So real quick, how's he a faller if he finishes like top 3 in fantasy?
It's not fantasy wise. Yeah, that's he's nice to have. I'm talking more like his actual play.
I will say, right now he has a faller because Jason Kelsey's retiring.
Lane Johnson's probably about to go too. I imagine.
Yeah, about to be some offensive line questions going forward.
Honestly,
And as the year has gone on, there's been some Philadelphia Eagles stuff going on in that locker room.
Yeah.
So that, in a dynasty perspective, does take away
I
because it
think-
adds question marks.
I think AJ Brown.
But as a player,
Gone? He just signed a big deal.
I think they trade.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with all its good. Yeah, you got
He's
Devontae
only
Smith and other
26.
guys, and they can get stuff. They can get.
Imagine what you could get for AJ Brown.
Yeah,
Just move
especially
off, move
right
off
now.
The drama.
Especially
They
right
say
now.
there isn't any, but I'm sure
Yeah.
there is. Yeah,
And
there's
and
no-
you're never going to get more for him now, or than you will right now,
Yeah.
because he's coming off some of his best years. So, and he's still young. He's 28, right?
26.
26. Sheesh. Yeah. So you get a lot for AJ Brown.
Oh, plus, I don't know, kind of probably a hot take. I think Nick Sirianni needs to go.
It's hard to say that one. He coached your team to a Super Bowl and came pretty damn close to winning. I would give him another.
Yeah, and got to the playoffs again.
Yeah, and honestly, the turmoil in the locker room might not be his fault entirely.
Yeah, and personally, I'm not
I
a
don't
fan
like
of
the
this
guy.
just firing coaches so fast and stuff. You got to give coaches time to fix stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
But I wouldn't be surprised because this franchise fired Andy Reid.
yeah,
Doug Peterson.
yeah, and I remember you making that point. That's a very good point. Is like, if they'll fire those guys, there's no way Nick Sirianni's job is ever safe.
Yeah,
So
I don't think how could any coach feel safe there? They're like, shit, you guys fired Andy Reid.
and I mean, also you're in Philadelphia with those fans. Like,
It's like, you better win a
if you
Super
don't
Bowl
coach
now,
bad,
you're
like,
fucking fired.
yeah, you might be worse than fired.
They'll probably kill you.
Oh fuck! That dude just got laid
That
out
was
with
a
them
Pro
pads
Bowl
right there.
game a few years ago. That was
You know, Terry Kohler got laid out.
yeah, that was good shit. You'll have to see that. Love to see.
Yeah, we should do a risers and fallers soon. So that should be our next homework assignment for our next episode. Is so rank our positions and stuff, so that next year we can do risers and fallers and actually have like an accurate list. Maybe we can update our list throughout the year and stuff too, a time or two.
I am so excited for this fantasy draft.
Me too.
2 first-round picks and a high second.
Mm-hmm.
2 second-round picks.
Yeah, if anyone would like to be active, maybe I could trade in for a first round pick. But
It'd be hard. You have to give up a lot.
Yeah,
I don't see it happening unless you want to give up a really valuable pieces.
Yeah, I'm thinking through your rush right now, and I don't think.
Trevor Lawrence and a second round pick for a first.
Fuck no, not my first, not the second pick.
Not the second overall.
That's
pick.
my only first.
I'm
You
not saying
might-
necessarily.
yeah,
you.
if you're talking about a different team.
Yeah, like if I was trying
Trevor
to.
Lawrence
A
in a
late
second.
first round, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, like what if I try to trade for my pick back? Like maybe I throw a second round on. He's like, okay, maybe I
To
can
use that.
tie. Like it might.
Oh, I mean, Ty probably not because you want to get rid of Trevor, but you might be able to swing it to Victor for the 6th or one of those other mid-round.
He's pretty set at QB. I don't think he'd take Trevor.
Yeah, he's got Tua and who else?
Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Because I thought he would be one to trade with, and I looked at his team, and I'm like,
Yeah.
he's probably fine with his QBs.
I'm hoping he takes my trade. I want to get up a little
What'd
bit.
you send him?
Jacoby Myers in the 8th overall pick for his 6th overall pick.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he would be dumb not to take that. That's right.
I want to get up a little
Here,
bit.
I'll text him right now and tell him that you sent him a trade offer.
Because not only could I trade up to the 6th pick, but I could also use that 6th pick for even more trade value for like, hey, he wants to get up to the 6th and he wants to get rid of it. So I think I just want to assure myself that I get who I want in that second wave after the top 5 goes, if I think how the top 5's going.
Yeah, I know personally. I'm really excited for the draft. Coming off a 3rd place finish, I like a lot of my players for next year. I think I got a lot of guys that are gonna be even better this year, and I got the number 2 draft pick as well. So sitting pretty well. I'm, if he's available, leaning towards taking Marvin Harrison Jr. right now as my surefire number 2 pick. Vic just responded. He said he'll go look.
So just, I guess you're drafting ahead of all of us, so we just spit one. Who would be, who's kind of on your draft board outside of Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Well, if Marvin Harrison, if he's not available, that basically means a guy like Caleb Williams is available.
Yeah, dude, which is really enticing.
Really, why is Travis Kelce running in with the Bills?
Okay, can I suck your dick for 1,000?
Hey man, you want to take that Pfizer shot? How about that Pfizer shot, Josh?
Josh?
You want to get that Pfizer shot?
Dawkins?
How about Pfizer? Oh, Moderna? No, we don't. But no, Pfizer. The Pfizer shot, Josh.
He doesn't want the shot, Sean.
No, but so basically, really, any of the quarterbacks are right there. You were talking to me about that tight end the other night. Brock Bowers.
That dude's a fucking freak, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, in a dynasty situation, you can't really run out of tight ends.
So that's kind of like why I want to trade up to 6, is if he's available there.
Yeah.
Running a 2 tight end with TJ Hawkinson would be really enticing.
A trade is now pending. Please review and vote.
You took it, didn't you?
Well, no way.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, and I think that's a great trade for him, especially too.
Fuck yeah.
What's the trade?
So wait, why you want to trade up to try and get who?
Either Brock Bowers or another receiver that I'm eyeing.
Okay.
So you're giving Zach's 8th pick and Jacoby to move up.
Yeah. I'm trying to move up a little bit.
It's a great deal. I love that deal for Vic too.
Yeah. What is his roster look?
Only sacrificing 2 spots in that draft. Who's he he dropped Jonnu. Yeah, good call. Good call.
And Jacoby's a nice wide receiver too.
Yeah, and I think he's got a good chance to. And there's a chance
with who he's
Devontae's
got-
gone next year.
Very, very well.
And he's wide receiver 1 there in Oakland.
And I could. So what I'm trying to
Be a
do.
target hog.
So either with the 6th pick, I'm targeting this player that I'm looking at. These couple players.
That's
Well,
very
I'm trying to
solid
get
depth to
AJ
move
Brown.
back to. Get a proven receiver. Solid.
You want AJ Brown?
For the 6th pick. And like a player.
Yeah.
Yeah. 26-year-old wide receiver. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Dismantle Carson's team, please. He was like, he's trying to get AJ Brown for a 6th-round pick and a player. I was like, yeah, please, dismantle Carson's team, please. No, that's good stuff. But already up to 4 trades. I wish people voted on my trades that fast.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't even see any chat activity, so I missed it for 2 days. So that was my bad.
Well,
I
I
remember
remember
I hopped
just
Wait,
throughout
which
the year,
trade?
no people don't vote on my trades. They just
Which trade were you talking about?
all of them, bro. Like
but
my
what's
trade,
what most recent one?
my most recent one, the Travis Kelce and the pick.
Yeah, I missed that.
Like
for
it
2
got
days.
three
Did I
people
vote on
vote.
that? I might have.
You did. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure you did.
Okay.
Because I think
I
you
usually
might
try to
have
make.
been there when it went through.
Yeah, it might have been.
Maybe. But
I usually try to be
it's like 3 or 4 people voted.
voting. Yeah. One.
Motherfucker got 5 votes in less than like 5 minutes. Like the whole league's already here. Like, yo, pass that vote.
Maybe let's see.
But
my
you know what?
other
I'm not
trades,
gonna
bro.
bitch anymore because I'm glad people are checking it. And you know what? I'm actually gonna use the time. Don't forget to be here Sunday.
Sunday. John Cena. Do you support the military?
Yes, of course I do. Blah blah blah.
So we're just gonna,
support
are you just gonna like
Saturday
put the,
night?
Are you just gonna put the
And it's John Cena.
Are you gonna put what we're voting on in the chat? And we just thumbs up, thumbs down it.
Yes, I'm gonna put the things that are happening in there, and then I will put the polls that the things that are available to be voted on
Okay.
in there as well. Why isn't it letting me at all? There it is.
Yeah. Has anyone mentioned anything about moving any sort of like points around to vote on, like different things?
What do you mean?
Like, did anyone ask to like make a touchdown be worth more or anything like that? Like move any of that?
No one's messaged me anything.
Really?
I haven't got anything.
Okay. I'm about to whip up a list for you.
Yeah, that's good.
But I will say, like,
You
one
have
of them.
no kickers in there.
I will say.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Alright. Fuck you, dude.
So like one of them I'm gonna mention is like so sacks are worth what, 1 point?
Sacks are worth. They should be worth 3. I think.
That's what I thought. I don't know why it shows 1.
If they're worth 1 point, that's not what I hope.
Is that I'm looking at there?
That's what that looks like. Let me go look at. Dang it! I hate that once past the year when you come
did
here
all
to
of it
summary.
reset?
Actually, it's here. I just gotta go back.
I'll look at the old league then. If
Yeah,
that's the case.
and go like right there when you click on the player. And right here where it has the games and you click it, it gives you a breakdown of
yeah.
how it scores.
So,
And
yeah.
look at that. And just find a player that you know will have a sack.
Okay.
And we can check that out.
Let's see. Go to previous leagues.
I also don't want to change too many HDP things too drastically also.
No, yeah, I don't.
If
I don't
we're
wanna
going
change
to
that
add
much.
another Dynasty League too.
Yeah, no.
I also did want to ask, do you guys want to do like a single year league? And
redraft? Yeah,
yeah.
I'm down. Okay. I plan on
And-
doing 6 leagues, so I'm down.
because I want to do a regular redraft league, and I would also like to do a what do you call it? A league where
Not a best ball league. Is that what you're talking about?
no, I don't really like best ball where it's just
I
like
tried
it
that.
automatically sets your lineup.
I tried that. It
Yeah.
wasn't any fun.
Yeah, I
did that last
yeah.
year.
But not that, but where I think it's like after a certain point, like after like week 3 or week 4, a team gets eliminated each week.
Yeah.
Like an elimination like that and whatever, and then I think I don't know. They got all sorts of different. I want to try like a weird like
Right.
something different like that.
Okay.
I thought like an elimination thing like that would be fun.
That would be.
And I also want to set up a weekly pick'em ring of like a group of people to just get together, put like $1 or $5 buy-in each week, and everybody gets like a sheet of paper. We pick the games, and whoever does the best gets the pot, kind of thing. I would love to set one of those up.
That'd be cool. So yeah, if we're
Okay.
having another Dynasty League and then a redraft, be 3 fun leagues that we could be in. I don't want to do too many.
I think I'm looking at 4 right now, between 2 dynasties, the redraft, and then the kind of weird league is what I'm looking
I think
at.
the max I would probably be doing is like 4 or 5. I did 6 one year, and that was a little too much.
I am going to try to get into someone's Yahoo dynasty. When you guys are interested in me trying to send a link if I get in one or not.
You should just do yours on there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do mine on Sleeper. I like Sleeper more for dynasty.
Really? Yeah.
Honestly, if you're doing a dynasty,
we'll do the redraft league on Yahoo then.
Cool.
I'd be cool with that.
Yeah.
Can you do defensive players in Yahoo?
That's a good
Should we
question.
do defensive players?
In a redraft? Probably not.
I mean, I don't see why not, but yeah, I mean, it's probably just not necessary because if we're gonna have 2 leagues where we already have IDP,
Fair.
It's just I think that's a little much for a redraft.
So I was thinking like move a sack or an interception from 3 to 5.
yeah, sack should. I
For
would
your
like
league?
to move to 3. You want to move down to 3?
I would that's automatically probably going to be something I do in the dynasty.
Yeah.
Sacks from 3 to 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
and I
sacks were
figured-
worth more honestly throughout the year. So
And I figured we could vote on it in this one too.
So we can definitely. I probably won't even put that to vote. I'll probably just raise the sack value because I thought that was higher and it should be higher.
Interception 2, 3 to 5, or
3 to 5. I don't know. Defensive backs can kind of go off if they get an interception already. I feel like
I gotta look at the breakdown for that real quick. Then let me look.
because interception yards, they get interception yards too.
Let's see.
But look, I should have taken a picture of the list of rules I wanted to take.
Can I throw out a little trade scenario between the Vikings
Sure.
and
Yes. Absolutely.
Patriots? Okay, so I follow this guy, Thor Nystrom. He's kind of a Vikings.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I listen to him a lot.
Yeah, he's awesome. So he proposed, like, I don't know if you ever go on PFF or PFN, Pro Football Focus or Pro Football Network. You can do like drafts for your teams and like do 7 rounds or in swing trades. He got on here. He offered our 11th pick for your 3rd pick, our 4th round pick, or both our 4th round picks this year, and our 5th, and next year's 1st round pick.
Wait. So who gets what?
So you get our 1st round pick, all of our 4th and 5th round picks, which is 2 4th round picks and a 5th round pick, and our 1st round pick next year.
So 4 picks.
Yeah.
5 picks total.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
2
5.
firsts.
2 first, 2 fourths, and a 5th.
Okay, for what?
The 3rd overall pick.
I'm with that.
So yeah, then he takes Jaden Daniels with that
So
pick.
you guys will probably blow it next year and give us a decent pick next year too.
If he, yeah, I mean, if that's the thing with trading up like that, you better nail your pick, otherwise,
Yeah.
either going forward or you might set your back about 2
Yeah.
years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, then he trades back up in the 2nd, gets an edge rusher, Chop Robinson, moving eyeballing. Yeah, I love that shit. I love mock season.
Are we in halftime on this game right now?
Yes, it's 17-13.
Buffalo, right?
Yep.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yep.
All right. Well, do you guys have any other takes you want to throw out that you had that were accurate or inaccurate? Any other moments you want to touch on? I'm sure we're going to talk about this past year more throughout the offseason.
Yeah,
so
I will say I had 6 teams and not in the playoffs. So my honorable mentions that I missed that did make it were Bucks, Browns, Texans, Rams, Packers, Steelers. I was all wrong about. Sorry, you guys proved me wrong. I ate crow on that.
yeah, I was wrong with the Texans too.
Anything I have to add on going into the future would be for these playoff games. I think if Detroit advances to the frickin' Super Bowl, man, and wins that, bro, that might hurt me more than the Vikings blowing it in the 2009 NFC Championship game. Pretty damn close. Seeing Detroit win one before us would fucking suck.
Yeah.
But maybe that would put a fire under our front office's ass. Be like, dude, Detroit won one? Probably not. Be like, well, we're the Wolves and we're going to push for 9 wins. Where's Kirk Cousins at? Get his ass in the building. Kill me. Anyways, fuck Detroit. Let's go San Francisco next week.
We need to start talking some NBA action here coming up soon too as well.
It's starting to pick up here because it's
agreed. starting to get a little. Well, I don't know about interesting. There's a lot of blowouts going on pretty much every night, but
The league is kind of in a weird spot right now because there's a lot of. It's not really. You got a couple really bad teams, and everyone else is just fucking clumped together, like in the middle. And then you have your couple top teams. But it's
talking about Washington and Detroit.
Yeah, and San Antonio. Which honestly, I like
Lakers.
San Antonio's future.
Yeah, at least they have hope.
You know, because they got Wembanyama, and then they have a high pick coming in next year. They could pair him, and there's a couple
Cap space.
and superstars are gonna want to play with that dude.
Yeah.
Like, so I like their future. The Thunder have really set themselves up.
Yeah.
Really great.
Jazz kind of been a little hot. They dropped a couple lately.
They're
but
so streaky. They have a definition of streaky, but it's.
Yep.
Yeah, how about T-Wolves on top? 2 months straight in the West.
All right, and we're gonna go ahead and call that a night, you guys.
Are we gonna go live when they get bounced out of the first or second round?
Oh yes. So you guys, please, definitely make sure we have 50 subscribers on YouTube, so that by the time the NBA season comes around, we can be on live stream for Game 4 of the Timberwolves getting bounced after going 0-4 in the first round.
Wow.
In the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, yeah?
I'll give them a gentleman's.
Probably, as much as I hate to say it, probably by LeBron and the Lakers too.
They're not even gonna make the playoffs. They're not even.
Just
They're
for
not even-
LeBron, the league is gonna make sure LeBron sneaks in one way or the fucking other. LeBron isn't gonna miss the playoffs. He's only got so many years left. They're not passing up LeBron years in the playoffs. They're gonna find their way.
If LeBron was smart, he'd just probably if he has any couple years left, he'd go away from that.
Well, that's not happening because he's built a lot going on around Los Angeles. He's not leaving LA.
Well, his kids are almost all graduated, so I mean, I can see it. He doesn't have to move away from Los Angeles. He can still live there and play somewhere else.
Yeah.
Dude's got private jets. He's a billionaire now.
Yeah.
But anyway, it'd be fun to talk about some basketball coming, especially
Yes,
with
it
the
will.
playoffs approaching.
Yes, it
that's gonna
will.
be fun.
I talk a little basketball on keeping it with ball, on keep it about ball. Make sure you guys are listening to that as well. Yeah, it's been helping me get a little back into the NBA.
Guess we
It's
can
doing
announce
some
this
betting.
new show coming in too.
Yeah, we do need to announce the new UFC show. Why don't you guys talk a little bit about that?
More or less, more than UFC, we will do other organizations as well. But all things MMA and even a little bit of boxing.
Hell yeah.
So it'll be fun. Me and Reed will be running that one, and we're really excited to start that.
Yeah, we'll be giving a recap every Monday.
Yeah. When are you guys gonna start doing that?
Well, let's say I think the next card, they're off this next week, so probably the next card after that one. Unless we could recap, I guess. We could recap the last.
Yeah, we can
tomorrow.
do it
This past weekend.
Yeah, I guess we could. Yeah. God, that co-main was. I don't want to get in that right now, but yeah, we could.
I thought
break
you were asleep over there for
Dude,
a second.
I'm not gonna lie. I was off for 3 or 4 seconds. I'm like, oh, someone get knocked out? No, it's still, they're up against the fence still. Okay, we're fine. I didn't miss anything.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely watch for that. They'll probably get that sent over. I guess probably tomorrow evening. So probably watch for that Tuesday. Probably be out Tuesday.
Probably Tuesday release recording.
We'll get that debut episode of that out for you guys. Some MMA talk. And I think until then, you guys got anything else to say?
I don't think so. Thank you guys for tuning in, and glad to be back after a little hiatus.
Yeah. Awesome. See you guys.
All right, thank you.
See you.